Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with another Monday morning market watch. I know you guys look forward to every Monday morning so you could see my beautiful face. And for those who don't have faith, hey, unlike my mom and dad, I'll always show up. So with that being said, guys, we're going to get right to it here. As usual, these Monday market watches are a lot longer, so if you enjoy them, hit that like button and subscribe. And please comment down below what cards I should go over next market watch, as well as a comment for the algo. You guys know how it is. But we've got Dooma Dimensions, and we've got a lot of other related buyouts, as well as a fun little announcement. But I'm going to do that a little later. We're just going to get right into it here. So, Garden Rose Maiden Secret Rare. These are $25, $28, $30, going up to $40. So they've populated a little bit for the secret rares, but these could still get bought out at any moment. Now, I am actually going to be receiving this deck this week, and I can't wait to play it. I'm actually going to be playing it at a locals that is just starting up near me to support them. And this is the deck I've decided I'm going to go with because, if you guys don't know, this is one of my favorite cards in the game, artwork-wise. It's beautiful. I considered getting it tattooed on me. And there's actually a difference between the Ultra and the Secret. On the Secret, the pink, they have, like, pink roses and, like, different stuff over here, different colors. While on the Ultra, it's actually blue. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I don't think Konami does something like this. I think it might have been by accident, but I think it's a dope accident. I think that's awesome. And now instead of original print versus secret rare, we also kind of have that artwork difference, right? You could also see, though, the rose at the corner is blue on both of them, though. So maybe that's an error. I don't know. I don't care. It's pretty awesome. So the ultra rare here, though, is bought out. You got one copy at $25. So if you do want these OG Ultra, you're looking at $25. But if it gets bought, it could go to 30, 35, 40. We don't really see any of the 20s selling. I think a lot of players are just going to ooga booga their way down to the secret, but I'm glad I have both copies. This was a card that I always got a one in here and there when I was vending, but this isn't a card you really saw out there in people's trade binders. Even now, when the card's bought out, usually people are like, oh, I have this. Let me come get it out of my shoebox so that I can trade it, I can sell it. I'm not seeing many of these still at all. So this definitely is a card that without a reprint, it's going to stay like this. Garden Rose Maiden from Dooma Dimensions. Now, again, we're going over more Dooma Dimensions right over here. So if you want, if you're waiting for that, it's right over here. $53, $54. People are like, you know what? All the Starlights in this set kind of suck. This is collectible and it looks cool. Let's have this have value. And you know what? I'm proud. DDD Marksman King Tell. This card went to the moon. Literally the moon. $21 for her. $25. The Mega Pack, $40. And did anyone buy it at $40? No, nobody even bought it at $20, which is good. But seeing a rare for $40, guys, go through your bulk if you even think you have this. This is a $20 to $40 rare. Again, nobody's spending $40. I'm good. Let's be realistic here. But people are spending $13, $18. And if this card doesn't get reprint, or if, this deck actually does something in the metagame, you're looking at $20-something for your rare. That's quite a bit. If you look through your bulk and you get find two of these, not only are you going to look through your bulk for, like, a lot of other things that could be worth money, but two of these is like, what, $40 for an hour? That's definitely more than minimum wage, right? That's more than most people make. But yeah, this rare is completely bought out. Definitely a good contender for an OTS Super. In fact, Konami should have made this a Super and OTS 28. That thing would have skyrocketed, would have been a very cool thing. I think OTS should be used to, like, push product in the future. Maybe, like, for an OTS, oh, this one card that this popular deck's about to run, instead of having it go skyrocket in the second market to $20, $40, let's make Marksman King a super, right? It's an upgrade too. That's what I would really like. Orthros is getting bought out as well. 5 Buckaroos, 5 to 6. Then you also have the Deuce Machine X. Secrets are still 3. Again, a lot of people still have these from, like, last year's tins. I told people to grab this at 40 cents. I said, guys, day one, there is some good stuff, even though these tins are way too cheap. This was one of the 3 cards I talked about. And like the other two, This card went up right away to $2, but you gotta remember, when you're spending like 40 cents, if you get, say, like I said, get like as many sets as you want. If you got 9 sets, I mean, that's a 5x right there. If you still have them, they're $3, $4. Ultras right now are like $5 to $6. Funny enough, when Battles of Chaos released, it was a very mixed set. I think it didn't do that well, in my opinion. It still sold enough. Stores didn't like have the product sitting for months on end, but it sat for a little bit. Definitely was a set that underperformed, but not as bad as like the is it gonna fail completely or is it going to get off shelves type sets and you know, kind of dilemma we have now. We did have sets that just underperformed but didn't screw stores over. It was still very worth it for them to get, and Battles of Chaos snugly fit in there. This Ultra was always worth money. It was always like $4 at minimum, up to $8. So that's another reason why I recommend it. It's like $5, $6 for the Ultra right here. Your Oblivion King Abyss Ragnarok. Now, these are $12 for supers, going up to $18. It's just going up. Why? Because this is the max rarity. People want to play it, and, you know, they don't want the common, which even the commons here, I mean, like 50 cents here, but these other ones are kind of low on listings. We see the Dementia of Chaos one at like 70, 80 cents actually. If we did not have, I think, 3 common printings, maybe this card was in a bit of trouble, right? Because this isn't a lot of listings for a common card, that especially one that has 3. Granted, one of them star packs, so let's say 2.5, but still. DD Swirl Slime QC. Now, this card did get bought out when we got a lot of the DD support announced. I told people when this was $7, hey, come ahead and grab it. They're like 7s. They do go up to 11 though. If you want your swirl slimes while they are low, you can go ahead and grab them. They do go up to $20, so definitely be on the lookout for your swirl slimes. You can definitely get them right now. And if you were buying anything on TCG Player like swirl slimes, remember, they go to $20 here. A lot of 1 copies, one guy with 2. There's no play sets available from one seller before 20 either. So whoever wants to buy these, 3, boom, page 1 is done. Well, almost, because there's one person with 2 copies. But if you're buying anything off TCG Player or like Swirl Slime, use my affiliate link down in the description below. When you click it, it takes you to TCG Player, and whenever you buy and add to your cart after you click that link, it uses my affiliate link. So pretty dope. And it's not just for Yu-Gi-Oh, but everything else. DD Abyss King Giglamesh. Now, we went over this last market watch, and they were about like dollars, and right now they're like $3, $4 here. This card also does not have any sort of reprint. As someone in my comment section said, Dual Overload was probably one of the best penny stonks to have. Like, the bulk is just crazy for this set. DD Count Surveyor here. Secrets are 16.5. You do have a wall here, but this card is still a lot of money. Will it calm down? Again, it all just depends if DDD is going to be good in the format or not. I'm also kind of wondering if you could run it in Genesis, which is kind of interesting. But then again, who knows? Genesis is, we haven't even had Genesis for a month, but people are already speculating what the best decks are, and all that, which maybe my next market watch will include some stuff from Genesis as well. Also, if you want to keep track of anything, TCG Creator, top link, it's going to have everything I go over, and it's going to keep track. And whenever you click this little arrow here, which I'm going to actually click it here, yeah, you get to see all my previous market watches, which is pretty dope. So go check that out if you have not. And whenever you click one of them, like you click view, you click any of these, it uses my affiliate link too, which is pretty awesome. So go check it out. It's pretty rad. Then we also have number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. This card is surprisingly getting bought out. $7, $8, going up to $10. For your copies. Now, granted, there's a wall of 28 here, but the card is rising, which made me want to look at our alt art QC, which is about $19, $20, $22, $24. So this card is going up. This card was quite cheap for Maze of the Master, and still technically is. Why this card is actually going up, I'm not exactly sure here. Maybe DD could make it and they can hit something because it is a rank 8 and they do have access to rank 8s. I could be right, I could be wrong, but if you guys know the reason, please let me know in the comment section below, as well as how you think DD is going to actually fare in the format. Now, Ghost Rares, guys, you know me. I cannot pass up a good Ghost Rare to look at. Funny enough, I actually pulled this back in the day from Lord of the Titan Galaxy. I also pulled Totem Bird, which That card never saw play. Nobody knew what to do with it back then. No joke. This after 15 years, the card is finally being used in the MST archetype. But yeah, I pulled this Ghost Rare and I pulled Secret Totem Bird. But I think I pulled Totem Bird first, and I was so sad because there's one secret per box. And then I saw the XYZ. I'm like, oh man, what ulti could it be? Bam. Right now they are for first ed's $50, $52, $53. Not bad for this card. I still have my copy because when I came back in the game, I was like, you know what? I want every Ghost Rare again. If I ever have my collection, I want to keep it. I don't want to do what I did last time where I sold most of it. I feel like that's a mistake you only make once when you sell most of your collection, if not all. Ulti 107 here. These are, let's see, $27, $28. What are first editions at? First editions, and I could say that because I'm Italian. $35, $40. Wow, so almost more closer to the Ghost Rare. I definitely think Ghost Rares are a commodity that kind of fell off. I think if you ask people who likes Ghost Rares or not, I think whoever says Ghost Rares, they prefer Ghost Rares over other rarities, are probably a player that was really playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Around hat format and before, like 5D's era, because Ghost Rares just aren't as popular as they were. And I'm not blame players, I'm going to say, for it. Maybe that's the wrong word. Just because a lot of players, their Ghost Rares are Ghosts of the Past sets, and those sets suck. The Ghost Rares don't have the pop. I don't know. They just don't have the character as well. That might be kind of weird, but I think Ghost Rares are definitely something they should bring back to a set. And they should make it, they could even make it a little more rare. You know what? Make it one every 4 cases, right? Have some fun with it. Put it as the cover card. The cover card isn't really always that great anyway, right? Just something that's a little fun, right? Just a little more fun. Instead of having overlaying rarities, like, you know, deck building sets have CRs and Starlights, which I don't like that at all. Look at Crossover Breakers. It technically had QCs, not Starlights, but same thing, QCs and CRs. I don't really like that. They should do something with Ghost Rares. Please let me know if you agree with that, and hit a like, especially if you do. But this ulti looks fantastic. Looks like a Gundam. This is a 10 out of 10 ulti. In fact, you know what? The next time I get this, maybe I'll consider keeping it. I don't even keep many cards I get anymore. But again, this is not a card that people bring to me, except for, I hate to say it, the unks of Yu-Gi-Oh! When they want to sell out. Infernal Flame Banshee. This card is being played for the Nemesis package right now. Yes, decks like Ryzel and others are trying to play the Nemesis package more so they could get their Protos, a card that I should look up as well. Infernal Flame Banshee right now is about $4.50 here, $5. I told people this was a great penny stonk at $1. If you got this at $1, good job. The second page, this card actually does go up to about $10 here. So this card goes up quite quickly. So definitely get your copies while you can, or get the QC. QC is only $22. Absolute Cinema. This QC is very worth getting at $22. I would highly consider it. Aphos the Serpent, Maze of Masters. These are $25, $28. $38 for, yes, your Ultra. This is Ultra, guys. This card just got cratered. Oh, there's 9 listings now, but goes up to 35. Why? I'm not really too sure here, but if you have this card, definitely go ahead and sell your copies. This card has no CR as well. You've got the Man with the Mark as well actually getting bought out. So it looks like these decks are getting a little bit of hype. Anubis is also going up as well. Mark of the Man at $5.50. Okay. Was $2 here. If you guys got this, good job. Yeah, CRs are about $40. Maybe some support got announced. I don't know, but shout out to Jay, amazing guy. This is actually one of his favorite decks, if you didn't know. He likes to play this a lot during his off time, or he used to for a while. And he loved it. Like, I saw the excitement when he was playing this deck, guys. And I'll tell you this. The guy is really excited about Yu-Gi-Oh! But when he played this deck on Omega, like, we were just talking to Call. He was just sharing his screen. He was a little more excited than usual, right? But it was a fun game. I was like, wow, this game could be fun. But yeah, CR Mana Marks, $40 here. Now, we're going to go over Doom of Dimensions here. Now, guys, if you enjoy my information, very quickly, if you guys could leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that. As you know, the algo is hurting us. And speaking of Jay, if you are a fan of Jay, can you do me one more favor and do it with him as well? Because the guy's amazing. I love him, and we've been talking a little bit about the algo in some calls and stuff, and he's been noticing things with his views and channel. And I want that man, reality. If you guys really want to know, I would love in a reality where me and him are always fighting for the top spot and just having fun with it. But I also want to wish him as much success and love as possible, right? So please help Jay as well if you're fans of that. Sorry if I'm kind of going on with it. I do apologize. But we're going to check out Dooma Dimensions here. And we're going to see how my predictions kind of aged as well as how it's looking here. So $55 for Marshmallow. I told people that if you want to grab this, maybe when it hits 40, go ahead. But you don't have to rush at like 50s. And right now it's like 55. Right. You also have Jupiter. This is not an actual secret. I understand it's the promo, but it's like 16 bucks. Will it calm down? Meh. If people like DDD enough, probably not. Like, even Medius, right? That card's still money. Really quickly, so I don't forget. Let me look over Protos, because someone's going to be like, hey, you forgot to look over Protos, and I did. Yeah, they're like $7 here, but the plats are on extremely low listings. I think a lot of people want a little bit of bling for their Protos, but they still think it could be on the ban list. But you know what? $7 for one format, and you have to remember, it's not going to drop to like $1. It's probably going to drop to like $4, right? So you could just get it, right? For $3, play the QC. Going back to here, you got Frex still. Now, we do have like Anaheim and other stuff. So people are like, you know what? We need this card. We need one of it, right? So players are kind of rushing to get their copies. It's 18. I don't think it's worthy of being an $18 card. However, if Draco Tail starts getting first and all that, this card will rise, and it is one of the best decks of the format. My problem is it's just a one of. So once every Draco player gets their copy, like these walls of like 20, 30, whatever, like where are they going to go? That's kind of why I don't want to tell you guys to kind of pick that card up. Nooroy is about 16. Not bad. A lot of people are saying, oh, K9's going to die, this and that. They're full of shit. I think a lot of players are going to see how it does, and they're going to follow it off there because the deck is still quite good. You got Dominus Spiral. A lot of people don't have faith in this card, but we've seen how it goes. This card is probably free money. See it at $15. I actually think it's worth getting at 15. I said 20's not too bad either. It was 18 to 20 because there was a couple of people for 18, but it went up to 20. I think people are sleeping on the card, but if it is in the top event, if it's in this week, in upcoming weekend's top 32, expect this card to go up. If not, it will probably go a little further down, and then I would get Remember Songs of the Dominator. You got Flirteries at 11. I think that people are understanding this is a good card, and they're buying it out respectively. I think that I had faith in this card. This was the one card I did say also to pick up as well. DD Doom Queen 7, Radiant. Crocy, wow. $7-8. Huh. This card was a straight fiver, right? It was a 4-for-4 meal because of tax, right? Actually, the biggie backs cost like $5 now. But okay, $5 to 7, not bad at all. Again, this set needs to bump up like a little bit, right? Dooms are 5s. Brambles are 4s, right? Those cards have just gone down. The MST Ultra is $4. This card was like $1 or $2. I didn't even bother listing a lot of my case. I just helped the community with whatever cards. $3. So I still have mine, funny enough. $3 for your Sky King Zeus. Went down like I thought. $3, $3, $3. Okay, so the MST archetype is going up a little bit. Baron's at $2. Doomsday at $1. Sorry guys about that. But yeah. Draco, am I shocked at that? No, not really. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. But Bramble, dollar here. Okay, let's look at the Starlights. So I was mostly right for the most part on what was going to go up and down. The Radiant card, I told people move that at 10, went to 5, and then up to 7. Hey, I'm happy as value. Marshmallow's only 155. That's something I am a little surprised about. I didn't really care about the Starlights, so I didn't go over them. But I really thought that this was a card that could probably hit 200 something, because remember, everything Starlight for Yummy is super cheap, right? $30, $35, $40. And now we have it here at $150. If you guys don't believe me, yo, Justice Hunters, where are you at right now? Singles. Okay, look, maybe we'll find another buyout, right? Okay. No, there is results for Justice Hunters. Eat my shorts. There we go. Let's see, right? 31, right? 40, 30, right? These Starlights are cheap. Snatchy's like 73 at the very least, right? But the CRs are actually kind of popping off a little bit as well. Nothing really crazy that I see here. How much is Azuna Ultra? I'm just curious. $28. Okay. But yeah, I thought this would be like 200, 250 because people want to bling out the set, but I guess it's all Fraxel 90 again. It's a one of. I get it, right? But people are also like, oh, it's a one of, so let me get the Starlight. Doesn't improve, increase. Max already looks a lot better, but it does increase the value as much as like a three of, like Marshmallow with 450. K9 Oroi is about 100. Low listings. Spirals 95. Fleur de Lis is 53. People know that this card shouldn't be too cheap. But yeah, Fleur de Lis at 53 is pretty good. 54 for your Garden Rose Maiden. We already went over that. Doom Queen 90, 40, 35 for Arms Mouser. That's cheap. Radiant Chant at 30. Man, this is like reminding me of how bad. I actually had a case of this, and a lot of you guys are probably wondering, oh, Sak, what happened with the case? I'll tell you what happened with the case. My wife wanted to help open it, and she wanted to have some fun, and she asked, oh, do we have to record this one? And I said, no, we don't really have to. We could just have fun. And we had a lot of fun opening and hanging out, you know, and it wasn't even like a planned thing. So hopefully you guys aren't too upset I didn't do a case opening for the channel about that. But I can't even say I regret it fully just because, you know, I had a lot of fun with my wife. Plus, I'm going to be real. You guys shouldn't have watched it anyway. This set's garbage to open. Drastic is 28, 23 for your King Zeus. The rest of this isn't really worth kind of going over, except if there are Doomsday is cheap if you want it. Rage Rose Witch at 21. All of that. Guys, if you do love the channel and you do love what I'm doing, don't click off just yet. Consider supporting the channel by becoming a YouTube channel member. There's going to be a join button over here. There's also like a join button. I don't know if they have it like somewhere out lower, but if you become a channel member, you get to this channel. Guys, you get access to not just emotes, but channel member only videos. I have channel member videos right here. I have another members video coming out this week. I actually decided already what it's going to be. We are going to be going over Rarity 1 a little more in depth, so definitely look forward to that. And I'm actually going to go through Rarity 2, Rarity 3, and Rarity 4. And I'm going to be doing that little thing on the channel member side. So we're going to do that, and we do have the update as well here. Also, thank you to all my YouTube channel members. I really do appreciate it. I know that, you know, you guys don't have to support, and the fact that you did actually go out of your way to support me, I still remember that. I appreciate it, like, you know, so much. And if you guys want to support and you guys don't want to become a channel member, you guys can do that by hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing my video, hitting the notifications, and coming and liking, doing all that. And I have a P.O. box too if you want to send me anything as well. And as for the update, I'm going to make this like very quick. So I'm a market watch YouTuber, as you guys know, right? Market watch, market watch, market watch, market watch, market watch, market watch, right? As you guys see here in the videos. And you also see some other stuff like, you know, Dooma Dimensions leaks. You guys know I do news videos as well. And I always like to give you guys content, right? Now, I have decided that I do want to try something new with the channel. As much as I don't mind being considered a market watch channel, I have decided that I'm going to lean more into Genesis. This doesn't mean that I'm going to cut down on the market watches. You guys usually get 3 a week, right? 2 worst case scenarios. Sometimes it's like a Monday, Thursday, or a Monday, Wednesday, and that's just how the tide rolls. But usually I give you guys 3, if not 4, not including news videos and stuff like that, as well as the live stream. So you guys always get plenty of, you know, market watch content. But I may want to lean into doing videos where I do a market watch and then a Genesis video where I'm thinking about making a Genesis deck, testing on Omega, having some fun, showing the deck build, and really just having fun playing. So you guys are going to see a new version of Saki. So if you see a market watch Monday, you might see a market watch Wednesday, but you might see a Genesis video Thursday, a Genesis video Friday. I'll definitely probably be uploading the Genesis videos. Definitely I want to aim for Saturday, Friday, because a lot of people don't like to watch market watches on weekends. And you guys may see me kind of alternating. So market watch Monday, Genesis video Tuesday, market watch Wednesday, right? Thursday could be a market watch or Genesis. I want to give you guys more content, but I don't want to I don't want to abandon, obviously, my original fan base, and I love doing market watches, so I'm not going to do that. Do not be afraid of that. But I want to do Genesis videos as well, and you guys might like it, you might not. May it screw with my algo? Sure. May my views go down? Sure. But you know what? At this point, this is just what's happening with the channel. That's what's happening with the algo. I think that this is the time to innovate. And who knows, maybe you guys might see just like double uploads, right? Which is bad for the algo, but if that's how it rolls, that's how it rolls, right? I'm not saying you guys are going to see like a crazy amount of Genesis content, but I want to try pushing out a video every week, at least as a start. Maybe going to 2, right? Where it's like, maybe 1 on Tuesday, 1 on the weekend. 2 Genesis videos on the in total are perfectly fine with me. And then maybe some live stream Genesis, especially if Omega gets it. Definitely want to go into that and see if you guys really like it. So please let me know in the comment section below what you think of that. And we're just going to go further with the market watch. So Sengenjin, this card was a $10 to a $13, $14 ultra. The Black Rose deck also plays it, I believe. $4 here for your secrets. So this card has been going up. I really wish they had the view all versions, but they just don't. We're just not cool enough. But okay, we're going to go Yugioh because Sengenjin apparently doesn't want to show up. Your QCs are $30. Not bad at all. Your Ultras are still $4 here. So this card still is on lower listings. It's not a bulk card. Malice, March Hare. So someone commented in my comment section, Saki, this card went up. I'm not too sure why. Well, I will tell you. I told people to get this at the $12 mark, right? And we did go over this card when it went up to 15. I said, it's not the increase we want. Maybe it was 20, who knows? But now it's $20, $21. Why is this card going up, you may ask? And why did I tell you guys to get it? It's because I told you guys that when every card of an archetype gets reprinted, but Konami misses either a couple or like 1, 2, 3, whatever, those cards that did not get reprint, the value from the cards that are getting reprinted transfer to the cards that didn't get reprinted, right? So if you have, let's say, 5 cards of an archetype, right, that are worth money, and let's say 3 of them are worth anywhere from $25 to $35, and the other 2 are worth, let's say, 5 to 10. Okay, you're not really looking at those. Maybe it's because they're one-ofs, whatever, right? Sure. The 3 cards that are 25, 35 get reprinted, but the other cards don't. People are going to be like, oh, the reprints, they're worth less than $10. Oh, this deck's going to be crazy. Let me all get it. Oh, now we all want to get that. One of those other 2 cards are $5 to $10. Those $5 to $10 cards are going to go probably up to 10 to 20, right? Maybe 25, right? Depends on how meta relevant. So am I shocked this card went up? Not at all. If you have your March Hares, good job. The QC, yeah, this is the last one with QCs, 45. No real improvements on that front. Destiny Hero, Phoenix Enforcer. These are 160, 180, 200. Let's look at first eds because for some reason you could pull unlimited Starlights, which was stupid. But your first ed DPs, these are expensive. These are very expensive. 195, 200 here. You do have some light plays, though, here as well. Let's pretend the light plays don't exist. You're at 7 listings, 195, 200, 210, 285, going up to 300. Am I shocked that this card is getting bought? Not even a little bit. Why? Number 1, it's a hero card. High rarity hero card. Number 2, guess what? Power of the Elements had Starlights, right? Didn't have QCs. Guys, this is a safe card to grab. If you're looking for a card that is going to hold value, DP is it. If you could get this for cheaper, go ahead. Because this card, in my opinion, the ceiling's 400. Realistically, I think the ceiling is 350, 400. So getting this at 200, it's not bad. If you want to start hunting maybe these down individually, get like, you know, a set. Again, that's $600. Do we all have $600 to spend? Absolutely not. That's more than people's rents, right? But maybe you could trade for them as well. Remember, trading's still something. If players don't want to understand the value of trading, hey, be my guest, right? You could trade cards that are overhyped, cards that you already invested but you don't want to sell for your future cards that you want to grab, right? Kind of do that thing where you're like, oh, let me, you know, I know there's a trend where it's like, oh, let's trade our way up from this to that. I think those are like, you know, they're a type of content in the collectible scene. But you don't always have to do it like that. You can always just trade same value and just trade a little smartly. Like, you know what? This card is being in the meta right now. I got this at 5. They're 15. What's a $15 card I could get right now that could probably go up in the future, right? Stuff like that. That's kind of what you want to grab. Fusion Destiny QCs are 26, 28. These cards have refused to go down because hero players still play this to this day. But the plats are $1. You know my rule, all right? Let's say this card is 28, right? 28 versus $1. Obviously, these plats have a lot of room to grow because you get 28 plats for the price of 1 QC. So instead of the plat being 5%, because if the QC was 20, that's 5%. It's more close to like 3%, 2.8, 2.9. I don't know the math of that. But yeah, these plats can easily be like $2, $3. I would highly recommend grabbing your copies while you can. The ultis, where are ultis at? Let's see, $9, $10, $11. Again, these are very cheap as well. And remember, with hero cards, the ulti Fusion Destiny is still pretty good because it could match other parts of the deck that are ulti. The deck is like QC, but the older stuff is ulti. It's not like branded where some of it's Starlight, some of it's QC. Which very quickly, what's Albion at today? Okay, 24, 18. Gracias. Okay, that's pretty bad. Your other Albions here are dollars, by the way. I actually think these are pretty good pickups, especially the Prismatic Secret at $1. I think that these are really good to pick up. Dark Magician Girl, the Apprentice Magician here, $19 here. This card just kind of stayed at 19. People are considering this deck in Genesis format, and because they are, cards like the Shining Sark, right, are actually, yeah, you know what, these didn't drop as bad as I thought. I think it's because collectors just don't care. These are $3, right? So this card is going up, as well as the Onks are at $1. So they are going up as well. So just be wary of the cards going up. Is there anything else interesting in here? No, not really. Let's go over OTS 28 very quickly. By the way, guys, if you like the longer market watches, it's the last time I'm going to say this. Remember to hit that like button. And please comment down below what you think of the announcement, what cards I'm going over next market watch. It could be for the algo, anything. Thank you so much. Let's see. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Also, last thing I will actually say. Sorry, I did lie. If you guys want to buy cheaper cards, consider using Whatnot. When you go over there, you get $15. If you use my link right now in the description below and you sign up, you get $15 to purchase cards. And they always have Ulti Blue Eyes and other cards as well. You can use that $15 for cards like Azamina and Chamber Dragon Maid. Because I know some people still actually like these ultis, even though they have, this has a QC and this is cheap, right? You could go over there with that $50 credit, get maybe 2 Azamina Selvas for free ulti, right? And sometimes they run it for lower. So if it's a $4 to $5 card, sometimes they'll run it for $1. People will bid on it. People will like it. You could maybe get for $3, right? So now you have $12 more to play with, and you have a Sylvia right at your door. Go check out Whatnot. It really is great value, and I love going there. So yeah, Azamina, Lila, Sylvia, $5. Chamber Dragon Maids are $2. I think that this is a good card at $5 to grab. The Blue Eyes White Dragon. So this had a lot more copies when we looked at it, but it is going down. But we're seeing a surge of people buying these right now. They're like 82, 90, 90. 4-year light plays. Again, they're listed as light play because nobody wants to deal with them. The corners are about 130, 140, going up to like 240 here. So these copies are going up as well. So just be wary of that. Witch of the White Forest. I know I already went over this card probably 2 market watch ago, but if you guys got this at $1, when I told you guys, this is too cheap, when we get all the White Forest stuff, people are going to want the Suda stuff. Please go ahead, come here. Well, I told people this could be a $5 card. And you know what? It's a $5 to $6 card. So if you got this, good job. You made some money. Snake Eyes Vengeance Dragon Ultras. These are 2 buckaroos here. $2. I said that there are too many listings. And this card is a one-of, unlike the Field Spell where you play 3. It's part of a combo where I was like, you know what? I think this card isn't going to spike like the Field Spell. But it'll go to probably $2 to $3. If it goes any higher, I'd be pretty surprised, at least right away. So the card did double, right? $1 to $2. That is an increase if you had this. I didn't think it was going to go as crazy. Actually, let's look at the Starlight Rare. Starlight Rare looks very, very cool. First of all, Doom Dragon, 43, 48. And the Starlight's 31. Flamberg, by the way. Oh, by the way, these are 15. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I did go over in my market watch. 15 is kind of crazy. But yeah, Flamberg for our last card of the day. This is actually very cheap. 22.25. I actually have a Euro copy. In fact, I have the Euro copy, I think, in the deck box to the right of me, which is kind of cool. This card is beautiful in Euro. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's right here. This is like the one time I'm happy I have my 60 webcam. Yeah, this card is gorgeous as a QC. Very, very beautiful. Definitely one of my favorite cards that I will never play because I'm not playing Snake Eyes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. This deck is not for me. I mean, you know what? Maybe I'll try it for fun one day on Omega, see how it is. Who knows? But with that being said, guys, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, for the Genesis, I will, I guess, yap more because the market watch is done. I am hopefully working on that. I have 2 creators that I'm working on it with. One of them is actually a IRL friend who, believe it or not, does Yu-Gi-Oh content. We've never collabed because we're polar opposites, but we hang out and do so many other things that are also non-Yu-Gi-Oh, so it's kind of funny. But we did meet through Yu-Gi-Oh. And then I also have Chris. We're doing some cool stuff with him and Sage and Jay in the background. With Genesis, where they want to do a 3-man, a 4-man. Personally, I'm going to try to have them on for Genesis and kind of see what I can do here. Again, I'm just going to throw them up and see how they do. But hopefully you guys will enjoy that. I know my core audience, like some people, like for example, Shot Miguel, he always says comment for Algo. I appreciate you. You guys will probably, my hardcore will always show up to anything I do. So I do appreciate that very much. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.